How I became a poker pro. The stories of 5 poker pros. Before I begin, I would like to invite you to check the link in the description section below this video. Visit our site and claim on great deals, bonuses and promotions waiting just for you. If you enjoy our video, please like it and subscribe to support our channel. Now, let's begin. Daniel Negrano. Daniel Negrano was born in 1974 in Toronto, Canada. By the time he turned 16 years old, he was already playing poker for recreational purposes and the fun of it. Shortly after high school and a few years of poker experience, Daniel was good enough to play against much older players in gambling halls and charity casinos. And so, young Daniel was already making a sizable profit from what started as a hobby. As time went on, his bankrolls got bigger and even impressive. That led him to decide to move to Las Vegas the moment he turned 21 years old. Needless to say that Negrano was nowhere close to play the level of Las Vegas. Soon after, lost his bankroll and basically couldn't cope with the huge step up from Toronto's charity casinos. Shocked from this experience, Negrano returned to Canada to recuperate and rebuild his bankroll. When Daniel rebuilt his bankroll once again, he returned straight back to Vegas, only to lose it all again. But Negrano didn't give up or let it rattle him again. Instead of quitting, he studied the game of poker critically and figured out how to beat Vegas' tables, and soon became one of the best poker players in the world. In 1997, at the Foxwoods World Poker Final, Negrano was named the best all-around player. The following year, he was ready to have his first taste of WSOP action. On his debut, he made history as the youngest player to win a WSOP bracelet after winning the $2,000 pot limit hold'em, taking home $169,460 in prize money. To the day of this video, Daniel Negrano has 6 WSOP bracelets, has finished 148 times in the money, and also has 2 WPT titles. In 2013, he was inducted into Poker Hall of Fame and was named the best poker player of the decade. Antonio Esfandiari. Antonio Esfandiari was born in 1978 in Iran. When he was only 9 years old, his parents moved to the United States in search of a better life. Antonio quickly learned English and not too long later established himself an exceptional student in school. After Antonio graduated from high school, he began to live alone and got heavily involved with the partying lifestyle and other teenage misdemeanors. In search for money in order to fund his lifestyle and pay the rent, Antonio started selling marijuana. It wasn't long before he was caught and sent to jail. After he got out, he decided to become a magician. Later on, he moved in with a roommate who was a poker player and soon became interested in the game. Spending most of his free time studying the game, Antonio was quickly cashing in on his poker skills. Things started to go his way in 2002 when he finished third at the WPT 49er Gold Rush Bonanza, taking home $44,000. His next major tournament was the 2003 WSOP, where he made the final table and eventually finished 5th. After these incredible results, Antonio decided to move to Las Vegas and join the big leagues. 2004 was an amazing year for Antonio. He began with his $1.4 million prize money at the Poker Classics in LA, and later he enjoyed another successful campaign at the Poker Classics when he beat Phil Wayne in the $2,000 pot limit event, taking home $184,860. He won his first WSOP bracelet that same year after beating Phil Hellmuth in the $2,000 pot limit hold'em event. A week after that victory, he made the final table twice at the WPT, taking home around $1.4 million. Antonio also won the tournament with the largest buy in history in 2012, beating 47 other players in the $1 million big one for one drop. He took home a staggering amount of $18,346,673. Overall, Antonio has won 3 WSOP bracelets and 2 WPT titles. Fedor Holz. Fedor Holz was born in 1993 in Germany. He's a great online as well as live poker player, and it seems that he only gets better. Fedor's mom was only 17 years old when she gave birth to him. He was raised in a poor neighborhood and was often bullied which resulted him to skip school on a regular basis. After high school, Holtz began studying informatics at the university, and during his free time, he used to play poker with his friends. Holtz was often on the losing side, but didn't back down, as he was pretty impressed by how much some of his friends made from playing poker. Holtz began to put in his time and energy into studying poker and slowly became extremely good at it. By the time he turned 18, he was earning between $350 to $450 every month playing online poker. Only a year later, he had made the transition to play high stakes. Holtz met an MTT player who coached him and made him an even better player. His hard work paid off when he won his first big payday at the €500 No Limit Hold'em GPT-2 Deep Stack Series main event. When he finished second, he took home €15,320. In 2013, Holtz quit school in order to focus on poker. He moved to Vienna, Austria and established himself as one of the world's best poker players. In 2014, he took home $1.3 million after winning the World Championship of Online Poker. In 2016, Holtz won his first WSOP bracelet, winning the high roller for one drop and taking home $4,981,775. Holtz is regarded as one of the best German poker players in history, with more than $32,500,000 in live tournament winnings to date, and I'm sure this number will only grow as he keeps on playing. Eric Seidel. Eric Seidel was born in New York in 1959. He is considered a very successful poker player, winning and earning during his poker career. Seidel decided to drop out of college in order to play the game he fell in love with growing up, and it wasn't poker. Believe it or not, but Seidel became a professional backgammon player and was quite good at it. He played backgammon well into his late 20s, traveling for tournaments around the country and playing against other famous card players at the legendary Mayfair Club. During his travels, Seidel began to take an interest in poker. However, he decided to put on hold a career in either poker or backgammon as he was seeking a stable life with a regular paycheck. And so, he became a stockbroker, although that only lasted for 2 years. His short career as a stockbroker was primarily due to the 1987 stock market crash. With the economy in ruins and 9-to-5 jobs hard to come by, Seidel returned to the Mayfair Club, at this time playing poker, and he was good at it too, good enough to get the backing of his poker friends to get him into the 1988 WSOP. Seidel finished second in the $10,000 main event, losing only to champion Johnny Chan. The following year, Seidel returned to Wall Street but continued to take part in local tournaments. Thanks to his poker skills, he didn't have to worry about going broke. Since he became a professional poker player, he has won 9 WSOP bracelets, 1 WPT title, and 1 EPT title. Daniel Coleman. Daniel Coleman was born in 1990 in Massachusetts. He is what you would call a traditional gambler. Before finding poker, he was deeply engrossed in sports betting. From there on, he moved to the game of poker. After seeing how much money can be earned playing poker, Coleman began to learn how to play the game from online sources until he was good enough to kickstart his career. He soon fell in love with heads-up tournaments and would go ahead to become quite successful in the game he played. His first tournament was the Heartland Poker Tour, where he finished fourth. However, as good as a poker player Coleman was, it seems that he had a problem with bankroll management, as there were many occasions where he lost his entire bankroll. He later admitted he'd been broke several times and didn't learn his lessons until 2013, when PokerStars banned him from their platform for running multi-accounts. Ever since Coleman's career has blossomed, he earned his first six-figure win in 2013 before going on to enjoy the biggest rush in poker history in 2014. It all started with his $2.1 million win in the Monte Carlo Super High Roller. He got a six-figure payout in a $10,000 heads-up no-limit hold'em event at the WSOP for winning his first WSOP bracelet. Winning the WSOP Big One for one drop, he took home $15,306,668 in prize money. He later earned $1.1 million after finishing second at the Barcelona Super High Roller, and only 10 days later he won the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open and took another $1.4 million home with him. At this moment, his total career earnings over $20 million. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, please like it and subscribe. Also, reminding you to check the link in the description section below to enjoy our great bonuses and promotions. Enjoy and have an amazing day.